becoming social isn't about suddenly waking up one day, becoming a new man, suddenly having the courage to stand on a stage and speak in front of thousands of people, your classmates, the world. It's not just this sudden click and then you're the greatest speaker there ever was. Social skills and developing social skills is a marathon, not a race. And the best place to start a race is at the very beginning. A very good place to start. It can be as simple as just saying hello to someone. Your local gym, cafe, whatever it is. I do understand that there's people out there who have a crippling social anxiety. They're afraid to leave their house. In that case, all they've got to do is step out their door for 1 minute. That's still a win from yesterday. Because a lot of people, when they're wanting to become more social, they just suddenly want to get into this state of being able to talk to the people they want to, being able to approach people, being able to approach girls they're attracted to, being able to be a leader and organize events. How can you make that jump from you today, where you think your social skills are lackluster, to becoming the life of the party? That's not how it works. That's like heading into the gym, lifting the empty bar for the first set, going home and thinking, oh, tomorrow I'm going to do 100 kg. It's illogical to think that way. It's not how it works. I think why nowadays there's so much friction with becoming social is because it's not compulsory anymore. It's not naturally woven into our lives like it used to be. What I mean by this is you don't have to speak to people. You can literally spend your entire existence in your home. You can order food. All you have to do is say thank you to this geezer who's delivering your Mackies. You can order all the things, bring everything to you, and speak maybe 10 words at most. And this is how a lot of people live their lives today. They may have base social skills, but they're not going to go out of their way to speak to people because no one else does. No one else goes out their way. Everyone is stuck on their phones. Everyone finds it socially acceptable. Everyone does not want to bother each other. Everyone's afraid of offending and being a bother to those around you. But in actuality, if you think, wouldn't you just like the most social guy in the gym, cafe, wherever in school to just come up to you and spark a conversation and want to become friends with you? How amazing would that be? But no one else is going to do that because everyone wants that guy to come up to them. So you've got to be that guy. I know I made a video saying don't become him, but you've got to be a version of you that you're wanting to be, the potential you want to reach. If you're fine with being, very introverted and staying at home and not going out, fine, you do you. But I think there's a lot of guys out there who wish they could reach this state where social skills just come so naturally, because there seems to be people out there where it comes so naturally to them. And I think there was a lot more people like that they're becoming few and far between, but I think there used to be a lot of people like that back in the day, because you had to speak to people. You had to go up to someone and order a drink. You had to, if you wanted to buy furniture, go to an actual furniture store. You had to do everything in person. You had to make doctor appointments in person. I know probably over the phone was common as well, but that still involves social skills. Nowadays, you can literally avoid talking to people, making a doctor's appointment. You can, go in some chat room, some AI will speak to you, say, okay, can you take a picture of your flipping scar that you have on your arm or bruise or whatever, and then send it to them. They'll be like, right, come and see us at this time. You go there, fella checks you out, he looks miserable because he's been working a 12-hour shift and this is not how people describe being a doctor to him was. And then sends you to the pharmacy, you pick up some stuff, bish bash bosh, back home. Hardly speaking to anyone. And it's really sad because I don't blame other people for it. If you lived in a world where it's okay not to use your voice, where you seem like a bother to other people, where it's not encouraged to interact with other people, then you do it. I remember I was telling someone that, oh, I met this lady in the gym, and they said, why are you talking to random people in the gym? Because we're human beings. Come on, why have we got to the stage where I have to justify speaking to a fellow human about whatever in the gym? Social connection is beautiful. It shouldn't be discouraged. Of course, if the other party doesn't want to speak to someone, if they want to spend the alone time, I completely get that. But lots of people want to speak to each other, and all they need is that one person to come up to them. But you've got to start somewhere. You've got to go slightly out of your comfort zone, even if it's just stepping out of your house, even if it's just being around other humans, working in a cafe environment, for example, instead of working from home, just feeling connected to the people around you, saying hello to someone, sparking up a conversation, complimenting someone's clothes, approaching a girl you're attracted to, asking for her Instagram, meeting up with some guys that you met at the gym and having a group workout session, having your own party and taking people on wonderful days out. As you can see, there's stages to these things, and whatever you're comfortable with, you can do it. You can reach a stage that you're comfortable with. Maybe you're just wanting to say hello to strangers, and that's that. Fantastic. I encourage you to do that. If you have the desire to be more social, start somewhere, even if it's as little as saying hello. Even if people think you're weird, screw them, they're weird. Why would anyone think being social is weird? Like, come on. It's really, really sad that people have got this way, but I guess this is just the world we live in. But you have to follow your heart. If you want to reach your potential of becoming a social magnet, go for it. What else are you going to do? What have you got to lose? And that's my piece. That's all she wrote. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. The whole Timbuktu to Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. I'm running out of things to say for this segment. I hope you've enjoyed this video. God bless. And as always, you take very good care of yourself.